All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a long overdue ride and review on the Honda Monkey. This is a 2023 model. Let's talk a little bit about it. We have a 123.9cc air-cooled engine. We have a 5-speed transmission. I mean, they barely put those things in the big bikes, man. We have a chain and sprocket final drive with a 14-tooth front sprocket, 37-tooth rear sprocket. We've got front and back disc brakes with ABS on the front, 31mm inverted front forks, and dual shocks in the rear. And of course, this thing is fuel injected. Honda's done a really good job, by the way, of kind of keeping the classic vibe of the old Z50s. If you was maybe like me, my first bike, 9 years old, was a Z50 Mini Trail. Honda has also included a very cool retro looking instrument cluster here, if you can see that there. It is digital, however, so bringing in a little bit of the modern with a little bit of the retro vibes as well. We've got a 12-inch front and rear rim. And of course, yeah, man, so this thing is just buckets and buckets of fun. You're probably asking me, well, how does it ride? And we just need to know a couple of things. Does it go, and can it go fast enough to keep up with traffic? Well, let's check it out, man. Let's do a 0 to 50 pull. It does have a manual, like I said, 5-speed transmission. And, you know, the instruments are pretty well basic if you've ridden a motorcycle before. If not, you've got a high and low beam headlight selector here. You got your horn. Listen to that, it's pretty cute. You got your blinker, which is toggle left or toggle right to engage and press to disengage. Over here you have your kill switch and your electric start, which is a great feature on this bike. The earlier, you know, 70, 80 models, Z50s, they were kickstart or bump start, you know, so we had to work a little bit harder to start our bikes back in the day. All right, so here goes the 0 to 50 pull. We don't have nobody behind us, but let's look out for that big ass pothole there. So here we go. Now this thing does have a rev limiter. It's really not hard to hit that rev limiter either. So the one thing that I have noticed about the 5-speed is it really likes to be in the right RPM range before you shift to that 5th gear. Otherwise you're shifting right back down to 4th. And since we don't have a tachometer on this bike, we kind of gotta go by feel. And from kind of what I've figured out, being my size and weight, that 52 miles an hour is really that sweet spot before I hit the 5th gear. Now the previous generations, the Gen 1, now we're at 51 miles an hour, so you know, maybe quarter mile, 0 to 50. But the previous generations, the 19, 20, and 21 Monkey, there we've hit 52, so we'll shift up into a 5th gear. And it should hold us steady about 51, 52, 53 miles per hour. You know, like I was saying, the previous years, 2019, 20, and 21 all had 4-speed transmissions. So they're trying to keep up with emission standards with this new transmission, the new engine. The Grom, I believe, has the same engine as the Honda Monkey here. So yeah, this thing is pretty nimble too, man. As far as handling goes, I really honestly can't think of any reason to talk you out of buying this thing. If you're interested in buying one and you came to this video to try to find some reason not to, I'm not going to be that guy, man. So you know, reasons to buy it. Let's say you're courting that eco-friendly chick, you know, she's wanting to save the environment, and you want to impress her. Well, guess what, baby? This thing gets 125 miles to the gallon. It don't get much more impressive than that, does it? Maybe you live on the other end of the spectrum. Maybe you're a country boy, and you know, you've got a little country girl who lives on the other side of the back 40, but your gas guzzling dually pickup truck just really doesn't get good gas mileage, and it's too far for the nearest gas station. You just hop on this bad boy, you take it across the back 40, and you'll be at her crib in no time, man. Or if you're like me, you just like having family-friendly fun. You know, we cruise around the back roads. We do take this off-road, and I will show y'all a little bit of that footage here in just a second, where we kind of go off-road, man. We go on a pretty slick gravel road, lots of gravel, lots of big rocks and stuff, and see if you can go adventure riding on this thing. So let's hop to that footage, shall we? All right, folks, we're back, and we hit the dirt road, man. As you can see, or maybe you can't see, this thing is just had some pretty recent gravel work done, and we're cruising down this thing 35 miles an hour, and we're not sliding, we're not, you know, I mean, this thing handles this as well as it did the concrete. So can this thing do a little off-roading? Well, shit, yeah, it can, man. So if you're, you know, you live in a rural area like me, this is what this is all about. Maybe you are an urban person, but you like to get out in the country. You can load these things up in the back of your pickup truck, no problem. Take it to the nearest state park, take it down to the lake, and just take them out, have some fun, man. Go get some, you know, get your knees in the breeze, and you know, you don't have to worry about much. You're having a hell of a time. So will this thing do a little more than just hit the dirt road? Will it kind of hit the trails? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Let's check and see. All right, we are in venture riding territory. As you can see, these ain't your typical dirt roads, ladies and gents. And this is where the monkey is really happy being, I'm going to tell you. I mean, yeah, you can definitely do some highways with this thing, and you can cruise through town, no problem. But, man, this thing shines really well right here, too. And don't try this at home, folks. You know, going fast on gravel, you know, I might make it look easy, baby. But truth be told, don't slam on your brakes, man, because your bike will go that direction, and then you'll be right underneath it. And if you're dumb like me, wearing nothing but a tank top and a pair of shorts and low ankle shoes, then you're not going to enjoy that ride at all, man. So definitely ride at your own pace. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Can you go adventure riding on the monkey? Hell yes, you can. Can you put a pair of passenger pegs and take your sweet lady for a ride? Well, as long as you both are a combined weight of about 260, then probably. But if you're a big guy like me, you know, you probably should keep it to a one-person solo trip. But, you know, you can. You know, as long as you ain't going like 60 down the highway and trying to do that, that would put a lot of strain on this little engine. But you could definitely take a passenger on here if you was a diligent enough rider. You know, so sure, no problem. What else could you do? I mean, you could hit, you know, go down the creeks, you could go down the pasture, you can go down the dirt roads, you can go down the ditches, you can get muddy. You can ride it in the little swap meets and stuff that all those small bore people, the little rallies that they do. You got all kinds of just really cool things, man, and the cool aftermarket parts. I think so far combined, I've maybe spent, well, I did put the DeRazor headlight fairing on. That was a little pricey. I bought it from Amazon. You can get it cheaper from eBay. But, you know, all the rest of the stuff was less than, you know, 30 bucks probably. Outside of the brake and clutch lever. So yeah, man, this thing is a really kick-ass bike. And you know, if you're looking for an excuse, like I said, if you're looking for any excuse, the answer is yes, you should get one, 100%. And if you got somebody in your life telling you don't buy that bike, man, get rid of them. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's it. I'm gonna keep it real short. And you know, I notice everybody's attention spans on these videos don't go far, man. Mine neither, man. I kind of like it sweet to the point. But definitely, like I said, if you're on the fence about getting you a Honda Monkey, do it. Just do it. Let me be the voice in your head that tells you yes. Your old lady's telling you no, I said yes. Tell her Paris said yes. You know, if your conscience is saying no, your bank account, you know, maybe might be saying no, just remember, smiles are worth $1 million. You can't put a price on that. You cannot put a price on happiness. And you know, Honda might make a cheaper bike. You could get a Grom for about $800 cheaper. You can get maybe a Super Cub for around that, a little bit cheaper. You can go with the Navi. We have a Navi too, and I love that thing as well. So as a matter of fact, get both of them if you're on the fence about it. But anyways, folks, until the next one, keep it real. Deuce. Laters.